If you pick the right hobby today, 6 months from now your life will feel different. Not because the world changed, but because you changed. Most people just get older with more expensive distractions. They call it busy. They call it adulting. But a small 1% uses a hobby like a private training ground, quietly, repeatedly, until discipline becomes their default and confidence stops being something they try to have. I'm going to give you 10 hobbies that look normal from the outside, but build something dangerous on the inside: focus, composure, and the ability to keep going when your mind begs you to quit. Pick just one and take it seriously. 6 months from now, people won't ask, "What happened to you?" They'll ask, "How did you do it?" And one of these is the fastest way to upgrade your confidence without turning you into a loud, fake version of yourself. Most people avoid it because it feels awkward at first. Stay to the end. The Stoics had a simple idea: you don't rise to your goals, you fall to your training. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that the day is for doing the work a human being is meant to do. Epictetus taught that we control our actions, not outcomes. In plain terms, stop waiting to feel ready. Choose your practice, then become the person who can't be shaken. Hobby 1, Boxing. Not to fight the world, but to fight the version of you that folds under pressure. Boxing teaches timing, footwork, and calm aggression. You learn to breathe while your heart is sprinting. You learn that fear is loud, but it's not a command. Every round tells you the same truth: you're more capable than the doubts in your head. Hobby 2, Journaling. This is mental training with a pen. Writing your thoughts forces honesty. It cuts through the fog, organizes chaos, and exposes patterns you've been repeating for years. Seneca wrote about examining your day like a judge, not an enemy. That's what journaling becomes: a mirror that doesn't flatter you and doesn't lie. Hobby 3, Weightlifting. Not for aesthetics, for authority over yourself. The iron doesn't negotiate. It teaches you that strength is earned, not gifted. 1 rep at a time, you prove to your nervous system that discomfort won't kill you. Once you learn to do hard things on command, your whole life starts to obey. Hobby 4, Calisthenics. The art of controlling your own body. Pull-ups, dips, handstands, levers, no machines, no shortcuts. Just you versus gravity and excuses. It's humbling because your body shows you the truth immediately. But it's empowering because progress is undeniable. Limits aren't meant to be accepted. They're meant to be challenged. Hobby 5, Chess. A silent battlefield that punishes impulse and rewards clarity. Chess teaches patience, long-term thinking, and emotional control. You learn to pause before you react. You learn to sacrifice the small thing to win the real thing. That mindset transfers to money, relationships, and the decisions that shape your future. Quick pause: if you're getting value from this, subscribe to Stoic Spring. It will improve your life because you'll build the habit of protecting your inner peace and growing in maturity instead of letting your moods and distractions run the show. Now keep going, because the next one is the awkward hobby most people dodge. Hobby 6, Communication. Learning to speak clearly and confidently changes everything. Not louder. Not more aggressive. Clear. Calm. Direct. You learn how to hold eye contact, structure your thoughts, and set boundaries without apologizing. This is the hobby that upgrades your presence. At first, it feels uncomfortable because it exposes insecurity. That's why it works. Hobby 7, Reading. 1 book can save you years of mistakes. It's the cheapest way to borrow someone else's hard-earned lessons. Read philosophy for resilience, biographies for perspective, psychology for self-awareness, and practical books for skills. The Stoics believed wisdom is training, not trivia. Reading isn't entertainment when you use it right, it's fuel. Hobby 8, Running. You're not running away from anything. You're running toward the version of yourself that refuses to break when discomfort shows up. Running builds endurance in the body and, more importantly, endurance in the mind. You learn to keep a promise to yourself when nobody is watching. That alone separates the 1% from the crowd. Hobby 9, learn a high-income skill. Copywriting, sales, web design, video editing, coding, media buying, skills that create leverage. Most people wait for permission, a job title, a lucky break. A high-income skill makes you useful anywhere. It teaches you to produce value on demand. Master one, and you stop begging for opportunity. You create it. Hobby 10, content creation. Not for fame, for leverage and clarity. When you create, you learn to think cleanly, explain simply, and speak with conviction. You build proof of work that travels while you sleep. In a world where attention is power, the creator has an unfair advantage. Even if only 10 people see your work at first, you're practicing influence, discipline, and identity. Now here's the rule that makes this whole list work: don't collect hobbies, choose one. Commit for 6 months. Put it on a schedule. Treat it like training, not a mood. The 1% doesn't have better genetics or better luck. They have a practice they don't negotiate with. Pick one today. Start small, but start immediately. Your future self will thank you. If you want daily reminders like this, subscribe to Stoic Spring. Your life will improve because you'll build the habit of caring for your inner peace and growing in maturity instead of drifting through the same cycles. Now I want to hear from you. Did I miss any hobby that belongs on this list? Comment the one you'd add, and tell me why it deserves a spot.